This time on Scuba Nation.
The last time we left our two heroes, Finn Kenobi and Luke Reef Diver, stop at the local cantina looking for a ship to go scuba diving on Tiger Beach.
Hans Scuba, captain of the MDK. Chewie tells me you're looking for passage to Tiger Beach.
Yes, indeed, if it's a comfortable diving vessel.
A comfortable diving vessel? Have you not heard of the MDK?
Should I have?
It's a mind-blowing dive vessel. Best cook in all the galaxy. She's comfortable enough for you, old man. Who's going?
Only passengers, myself, the boy, 3 other divers, and plenty of tiger shark encounters.
Well, that's a ticket, huh, old man? Well, you have nothing to worry about. You leave as soon as you're ready. Out of Key Largo.
Key Largo.
Who was Scuba Nation? Billy C., Boston born and raised.
What are we doing? What are we doing?
Bitch and Mitch, Southern boy. And every other diver on the planet. So join us as we travel the globe exploring Mother Ocean. Welcome to Scuba Nation. One nation underwater. Presented by Leisure Pro. Visit leisurepro.com for all your diving and snorkeling needs.
You know, what is Tiger Beach? Tiger Beach is a remote location that is home to one of the most famous sharks in all the world. So it's a destination, a remote location about 40 miles north of West End, Grand Bahama. Why do divers want to flock to this remote outpost of a dive destination?
Tiger Beach is a little area there north of Grand Bahama Island. It's a little sandbar area, and it's about 3 miles long and a ½ mile wide, of where you got pure white sand about 20 feet deep.
This is a week-long adventure so far away from land, but you're here to see one fish and one fish only. Her name is Emma, and she's a 14-foot tiger shark.
So this girl, Emma, the tiger shark, she has her own Facebook page with 3,500 likes. Way more than my Facebook page.
Now, Tiger Beach is not an easy place to get to.
All right, so normally these kind of trips over to the Bahamas are smooth, but
But not on this one. I mean, this was like a roller coaster ride.
yes, it was.
I remember about 4 in the morning, you were holding a bucket in your bunk, and you were just basically saying, "When will it stop?
Oh, I mean,
when will it stop?"
I mean, I was sitting on the floor. Old Mitch was in bad shape, man.
We were all trying to find that sweet spot in the boat where it didn't rock as much, and it ended up being the floor of the galley.
Just gets to move at 3 to 5. It was easy, anybody would do it.
Thank God by sunrise, we were finally in West End, Grand Bahamas, and the seas finally calmed down. While in West End, we checked in with the Bahamian government and had our safety briefing before we could make sail for Tiger Beach.
I'm Captain Scotty. I'll be your leader for this trip. We have Sissy over here, who is our chef. Also on board, we have Jamin, who is our co-captain and our shark handler, and Brady, who will be our chum master.
Oh, so that's what I smell. I thought it was Billy C.
Now, on the way out, you kill the time by prepping for the shark dives, and there is a lot of chum that needs to be cut.
The anticipation builds as we get ready for our first dive.
What is that?
Jamin is as cool as a cucumber, but Billy C and I can't wait to get in the water.
Yeah, she's mangled.
O-rings do looks not last.
Mangled like what, Mitch?
Like my liver. First thing I'm noticing is, you know, all of these reef sharks that are all congregated right there where my entry point is. And I'm like, Billy, how the hell do I get in the water? I see all those reef sharks that come over here and get a little kiss and close, and the first thing I want to do is get to the bottom.
Scotty, what do you want? want people to come away from this truly once-in-a-lifetime experience?
I want people to learn some fascinating facts about sharks. I want them to learn that sharks are people too.
You know what? It's funny because people have all these preconceived notions of sharks. Mindless killing machines. That's simply not the case.
No, it's not. As you see, the sharks, they're curious, but they're not the killers, the man that everybody makes out them to be. They just want to come up. They want to get. Some of them like to get the photo. Some of them photo hound.
So after settling down and enjoying our lemon shark appetizer, our first tiger shark shows up. Wasn't Emma, but it was a treat just the same.
I think it was Hook. She ate my cameras. Like, she literally ate the strobe light and then spit it out.
Yeah, but it was a great shot.
It was a great shot.
About another 10 minutes later, the second tiger shows up. Now Jamin really has her hands full.
Tiger sharks are definitely on Tiger Beach. Now I know why they call it Tiger Beach. But we haven't found Emma. We found some rock stars, but we're still looking for Emma. But that was just round one.
Well, that was unfair.
Why?
I was tag team.
You were a tag team?
I was totally outnumbered. You saw that.
Yeah, 2-1, right?
It was not the morning dive I was expecting.
No doubt.
Am I gonna have a camera for the rest of the week?
Yeah, I was wondering the same thing, bro.
I don't know what's up with your lights. I love them.
Obviously.
I'm putting them in my crate from now on. That's what we're using for bait.
I definitely think it's mackerel.
But they were both very nice.
But what a way to start the week.
Yeah.
Welcome back, Scuba Nation. We're exploring Tiger Beach.
Scotty, we're on this boat for a week. Is this for everybody?
No, liveaboard's not for everyone.
Right.
Liveaboard is something you have to really want.
Time to get Billy up. Got to be very, very quiet. Morning, Billy Webbing.
Boy, get your ass up!
Time to go shark diving?
Now, the thing I love about the liveaboard lifestyle, you get on the right boat, you get the right chef, and it's going to be heaven. And they had one, her name was Sissy, and I mean, my God, the cooking, you get 3 squares a day, breakfast buffet, it was so delicious.
You have to be an avid diver. You have to want to dive, get lots of, if you want maximum amount of exposure in the water, and this for you. On the liveaboard, you can get as much as 6-7 hours a day underwater.
Underwater.
I mean, everybody always calls me and it's like, well, how many dives do you do at Tiger Beach? It's like, well, we don't count dives. We count hours underwater. You get 6 to 7, maybe 8 hours underwater bottom time in one day.
No, that's true. After the first dive, we came up, immediately just switched out tanks, or you hot filled them right away, right back in the water.
Right back.
Because you don't want to miss the action.
There's only 2 reasons to come out of the water. One, for air.
Yep.
Or food.
That's it.
Did you ever find my arm that I lost down that last shark dive? Did you find it?
No.
Well, okay, I can wear my watch on my right hand.
Ooh, I feel better. Good luck.
Yeah, thanks, dude. Nope, that ain't happening.
And that is truly the liveaboard experience. Diving, eating, sleeping, dreaming about sharks while you sleep, wake up, eat breakfast, get right back in the water.
Right
with
back
sharks.
in the water.
Day 3, the search for Emma continues.
We have put in some really, really awesome dives, but still no sign of Emma. Getting a little worried, getting a little panicky, but hey, we still got 2 more days of diving.
But even without seeing Emma yet, this has still been a journey of a lifetime, a trip of a lifetime, and each day feels like a gift.
So Tiger Beach is more than one particular dive spot. It's a large area comprised of a bunch of different types of dive sites. One of my favorite while we were there was the Sugar Rack.
I mean, that's how this place got discovered, was back in the late 80s. You know, salvagers knew about this area because of the shipwrecks. The diversity of the dive sites, that blew me away. I wasn't expecting that.
One thing I'd like to share with you, I've never tagged a lionfish and dove with sharks. I tagged the lionfish, and before I knew it, I had a lemon shark swim right under between my legs. Don't worry about the lionfish. Your safety is much more important.
I didn't realize that it was just more than this sandbar, that there's these fringing reefs that are all around it that eventually go into a drop-off into the Gulf Stream. So there's a wall there, there's reefs, there's wrecks. So what I guess I didn't really expect from Tiger Beach, so the diversity of the reefs, I just expected to be on a sandy, patchy floor the whole time filming tiger sharks. I didn't realize I was going to be on a reef, a beautiful reef that was filled with groupers, reef fish, conch, 4 different species of shark. Visually, it was these beautiful reefs. Another place had the steep drop off. So Tiger Beach, there's more secrets out there. There's more stories to tell than just the tiger sharks. And that's what you want, right? You want people to come off this boat after a week of diving with these sharks, coming away with that feeling that they just witnessed a beautiful animal in its own environment, and all those preconceived notions and myths just simply wash away.
Washed away. A whole new conception on sharks. And to carry back and pass it on to other people.
Right, it's like a viral effect.
Yeah.
You know? And they'll come back and they'll want to have this experience. Because it is truly one of the great things you can do in this life.
Where else can you do it too? I mean, come on.
Right, Tiger Beach.
Tiger Beach, right here in our backyard.
More from Tiger Beach coming up next. Welcome back, Scuba Nation. We're exploring Tiger Beach.
Right, so you know what? The anticipation is building. We've been diving with these tiger sharks for 4 days, and we still haven't seen the queen bee, the diva, the main character of this whole adventure, and that is Emma the tiger shark.
We have put in some really awesome dives, but still no sign of Emma. Getting a little worried, getting a little panicky, but hey, we still got 2 more days of diving, so hopefully we can see the famous Emma.
Put her mouth in the box.
Good morning.
Good morning, Sharkville.
Where's Emma?
She's backstage, and you know, she's gonna be like Prince. She's gonna come out in an hour.
Emma, where you at, baby? Today feels special. Today feels different. Today feels like this could be one of those days that you talk about for a long time.
I wouldn't say that was graceful, but...
All right, it's tiger time. Let's do this.
You're on this boat for a week, you start seeing the same sharks over and over. You start seeing their own personalities, the way they interact with the divers, and trust me, we are not on the menu. Tiger sharks are apex predators, but when you're with them, when you're in their environment, number one, you know you're not on the menu. Number two, you can see that they have these wonderful personalities, that they're charismatic. And as the week went on, you could see more and more of that individual, more and more of that personality come out, and you almost created a bond with these sharks.
It's really fun to start to get to know these girls.
You know what I learned from the sharks from the week? There's 3 different things going on down there. Tiger sharks are slow and deliberate. They come in slow, they usually turn to the left or turn to the right, and they usually stick to that one pattern, whether a particular tiger shark will go to the left or one will go to the right. Then you get the lemon sharks, and they're just all over the place. And it's almost to the point where you stop worrying about the lemon sharks. They go at a different pace than the tiger sharks. And then number 3, you got the reef sharks. And those guys are nuts. Those are the ones that are right when you get in the water. So 3 different shark species, 3 different personalities, and you managed all of them at once on any given dive.
You huddle up with your pod, and then you had Jamin going out there starting to chum for the sharks, and you're sitting there patiently waiting. About, I don't know, 5 minutes or so, you start seeing the first tiger sharks coming up, you know, and the whole suspense of the whole thing is like, please let it be Emma. I guess the thing that I was really just taken back is the enormity of these tiger sharks. I mean, you're talking about a fish at least 10 feet, easily 12, and Emma's 14.
Of course, on the last dive, Emma finally shows up. Fashionably late, of course, and she was ginormous.
That fateful dive on that fateful day, you could see this massive fish coming out from off the perimeter of the dive site. I mean, she commanded a presence, and you kind of like had that eerie quietness, and you're like, uh-oh, something big's gonna happen here. And then you saw her face and how wide her face was, and you knew this was a different encounter from all the other tiger sharks encounters we had all week long. This was different.
One of the things I always say about a tiger shark is that if there is such a thing as a charismatic shark, it just doesn't have that menacing look that most sharks have. Not to mention the gorgeous markings that they have on their side, these beautiful blue against gray, and you know, they sort of mimic tiger stripes, hence the name tiger sharks. One of the most beautiful animals I've ever seen. Wait till you guys see these gals.
And we knew it was her because there's a white dot on the back of her tail, and that's Emma's birthmark. So that's how everyone knows it's her. And you know what? As tiger sharks get older in life, their stripes fade. She was almost like whitewashed a little bit. Those stripes were gone. So you know this was an older shark, an old soul, and we got our Emma experience, and booyah, baby, it happened.
It took the last day when we finally saw Emma. She was really gentle, and for her size, I could die tomorrow. I finally saw her.
Let me tell you something. This is why we went on a journey of a lifetime. We came to see one fish in particular, Emma. We've been looking for her all week, and we finally found her. Jamin, how many sharks did we have down there today?
We had 5 tigers at one time. So then Emma shows up.
Oh, the star, the diva.
The star, but she's just the politest one.
You know, what a venue with that beautiful reef in the background. It's such a gorgeous venue.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Emma always steals the show.
She's Beyonce.
She
the Beyonce of the underwater world. Queen E.
Queen E.
You start to get the sense of how we've got to conserve these animals, and it's so important and vital for the food chain and a healthy ocean ecosystem.
So if you're not a shark diver, or if even you are a little apprehensive or scared about being in the same water of a shark, those things go by the wayside, and you become one into this environment, and you start to really enjoy the whole experience. And by doing that, you're going to love sharks, and by loving sharks, you're going to want to protect sharks. And that's the name of the game, baby.
Now, I've been told I've got the highest median chlorine count out of all the Jedi.
Hey, Scuba, you can't just be walking in here and not have Stretch's money.
Guido, tell Stretch I got his money.
Yeah? Hey.
I don't have it with me.
I was hoping you'd say something stupid like that.
I bet you did.
So I'm thinking once you get off your ship, maybe we can head back to my place on Tatooine, and I can show you my lightsaber. And it's a pretty large lightsaber. I mean, it's pretty impressive. You know, I got it from my dad.